Collective, welcome back to the realm of alignment where we unlock the body's hidden codes. Welcome to week 4 Chakra Land program. I'm so happy you made it here. And if you did week 1, 2, and 3 and you arrived to week 4 Heart Chakra week, just know I'm so proud of you. Just know that I am super happy for you that you are choosing to be devoted, to be dedicated, and to stay on top of your intention for change or some renewal energy. Okay, either way, if you made it here, welcome. I'm super proud of you. So happy Moon Day. It is Moon Day, and as we know, Monday is a day of emotions because it's in correlation to the planet Moon. So that's why I call it Moon Day, if we haven't picked up on that yet, or if this is your first video tuning in. So on Mondays, we focus on our emotions, as I said, and today we're going to be paying attention to how we process the emotion love. Okay, so this is a really cool concept that I'm excited to share with you guys. You may have already heard about the 4 different types of love, like agape, eros, philia, and storge. Between these 4 different types of love, we are going to place the relationships in our existence, in our orbits, our realities, into these 4 different categories of love. Okay, so this is, I do want to get to the Greek. So I found this like really cool Google explanation because I have my own on my actual Chakra Land program, but I also found this like cool Google explanation as for the 4 different types of love. So we have agape, which is the love for all, and this is self-giving, unconditional and selfless love, often referring to God's love for humanity or deliberate choice to love others for their own sake. Then we have eros, which is named after the Greek god of fertility. This is passionate, romantic love involving intense desire and intimacy. It is often described as a falling in love experience. Then we have philia, and this represents affectionate friendship, camaraderie camaraderie and loyal love between equals. It is the love of deep, enduring friendship, often interpreted as brotherly love. And then lastly, we have storge, which is your maternal love. Here it says this is the natural instinctive affection, particularly the bond between parents and or children within a family. It grows out of a familiarity and shared life. Okay, so this is the Greek perspective on the 4 different types of love, the 4 different categories of love, and we are going to dive into the questions. So where can you place the people in your life in these 4 different categories? Now, the reason for why we want to understand where to place people is so that we understand how to properly love these people in our lives. Okay, so this work can get pretty deep for you because some of you may have experienced sexual trauma as children and somehow misplaced how you felt about a family member when it comes to these 4 different types of love. So I do want to encourage you to be mindful of how you speak to yourself as you are working through this energy, and how you are allowing yourself to express and feel this without shutting down. Because as we work through heart chakra energy, it can be really easy to want to shut down, and you don't want to shut down because it defeats the purpose. So this is why I'm saying to take your time and work slow and be patient with yourself, because this is going to be really hard to do for some of you. Okay, now as we understand the 4 different types of love, here I have the Eros love, which is also the romantic love, but it's also looked at from the Google definition as love for yourself as well. Sorry, not Eros, agape. Agape love is also looked at it's looked at as love for yourself as well. And agape is the love for all, not the romantic love. I made a mistake there. The romantic love is Eros, and that's love between you and a partner. So, and that's intensified love. But you have agape, which is love for all, and that is the love that you also have for yourself. So ultimately, the way that you treat yourself is how you will treat other people. So for example, I dealt with the heaviest trauma around abandonment issues. And my abandonment issues would show up in ways where I would disconnect from a connection when things got too heavy, or when things got confusing, or, you know, distasteful. I never wasted time to remove myself from a space, person, place, or thing. Okay? I never wasted time to walk away from a connection, because the moment that I felt uncomfortable, I don't belong there. So this was embedded in me so much that it became something that was almost automatic. And I had to learn that this was coming from abandonment wounds. And then I also learned that the root of abandonment wounds and feeling like me acting out my abandonment wounds by abandoning my connections was ultimately because I abandoned myself. And the self-abandonment didn't look the way I thought it was going to look. As a matter of fact, I feel like it might have shifted, because there were ways in which I have abandoned myself in the past that I stopped abandoning myself in that way. I started showing up for myself. I started creating routines, and I got good at that. But there was a sneaky version of that abandonment, and it looked like rejecting things that were good for me, self-sabotage, and abandoning myself by denying myself of good experiences, denying myself of pleasure, denying myself of joy, peace, happiness, you know, because I was so used to being in a different type of space energetically. So when I came to that realization, which was recently, I realized, like, wow, abandonment can really show up in so many different ways. Like, you can really abandon yourself in a lot of different ways. And as you do that, as you abandon yourself, as you treat yourself in any type of way, that external reality will show itself. It will mirror back to you your internal reality. So I feel like some of you are experiencing abandonment from a certain person, and a person, it could be a family member, it could be a romantic partner. My cats are going berserk right now, and this is why I cannot. So what was I gonna say? I really lost my train of thought. But some of you, like I was saying, may be dealing with the abandonment of a person. It could be a romantic partner, it could be a family member, it could be a friend, it could be anybody, it could be even a job, being fired, you feel abandoned. If you are experiencing this energy, maybe it's time to take a step back and look at the ways in which you have been showing up or not showing up for yourself. Okay? Because some way, somehow, in order for the external reality to be present, it has to be mirrored back by something in your internal reality. And if it's mirrored, that means it looks the same. That means it looks the same. You're going to have to look at and check out how your external reality looks the same as your internal reality when it comes to how you've treated yourself and what you have allowed, what you have accepted internally, that is mirroring back to you externally. All right. Now, next question is, what type of love do you feel most connected to and why? Now, is it your eros? Is it your agape? Is it your storge? Is it philia? To be honest, I feel like it fluctuates. I feel like sometimes I feel more connected to my storge love, and the storge is the maternal energy when it comes to mainly my mom. Sometimes it's my dad. It goes back and forth, and sometimes it's entirely not the storge energy at all. Sometimes I don't feel it in that space. Sometimes I feel it more in the eros sector of love, more romantic. Sometimes I feel it more in the philia. It's philia, right? Yeah. Philia is your brother-sisterly love. Sometimes I feel it more there. Sometimes it's agape. So it changes, it fluctuates for me. I don't always feel love in just one particular area. Sometimes I feel it in all four. You know, sometimes life is so fruitful, so abundant that I feel it. I feel love. I feel like my cup is full in all areas. So I've experienced that before, and I can say I'm definitely connected to all four, but I would say I'm most comfortable with eros, only because with romantic love, there is safety that needs to be present. Safety is required. Feeling that level of safety is 100% required before you build something. Now, I'm not gonna say that I don't feel safety when it comes to my family. I do, but that's only really on a like loyalty type of level. Like, I feel safe enough to trust that my family would choose me over anything else outside of our family, anybody else. I can trust that. But of course, with family, we have so much trauma, honestly, that has built up over the years that we may not feel safe to, you know, express ourselves fully all the time. We may feel like we have to censor ourselves. We may feel like we have to distance ourselves, you know, not be 100% of who we are because we don't feel safe showing up fully in, you know, the environments of the people who don't really accept us fully. So that's why I'm saying, like, with eros, like, I'm not staying anywhere where I don't feel safe, right? And a romantic connection, I don't have to be in that space. Whereas I may feel more obligated to be around my family because I love my family. It's a different type of, you know, loyalty. But, and, you know, it's just a different kind of love. So when it comes to the romantic love in a romantic sense, that's more to me of a requirement. Otherwise, the relationship won't work. My relationship with my family, I could be missing a little bit of safety and it'll still work because they're my family, right? And the devotion and love is still there. But I feel like with eros, for the love to even be romantic in the first place, like, if I can't fully be myself 100%, there is no romance. The romance is done. It's dead, okay? So I feel like I can be more comfortable and feel more safe in eros because I get to choose where I pour into. and who I allow to pour into me, ultimately. All right, now let's move on to the breath work as we close out this class. Now, I really want to read over very quickly my notes that I have in my book here that I did for Chakra Land a while back. So these are my study notes. I have all the different chakras and what blocks them and what activates them and what their purpose is. So we have the root chakra. The root chakra is your survival chakra, and this is blocked by fear. And we activate our root chakra by surrendering to our fears and releasing codependency. Our sacral chakra is the water chakra, pleasure chakra, and it is blocked by guilt. And we activate the chakra by forgiving ourselves and releasing what we blame ourselves for. So that's why we were focused on shame. Guilt. Our solar plexus chakra is the fire chakra, the willpower chakra, and it's blocked by shame. And we release this energy by, I didn't actually write anything down for this, but we release this energy by letting go of what brings us shame, of course, and healing the parts of us that we have internalized from outside opinions, out from our experiences as well. The things that we've internalized and didn't learn from, where we can release it and move forward with the energy as a lesson. Okay, so I'm gonna have to break that down a little shorter and put it for the solar plexus, but ultimately that's what it is. Then we got the heart chakra, the air element, and it is the love chakra blocked by grief. And we activate the chakra by releasing the pain and letting it flow. Now we have the throat chakra. This is the sound chakra, sound element, truth chakra, blocked by lies. And we activate the chakra by releasing the lies and the denials that we tell ourselves. Now we have the first eye chakra. This is the light element. It's the insight chakra blocked by illusion. And we activate the chakra by releasing all illusions within ourselves. So that week is going to be interesting. Then we have the crown chakra. This is the thought element. Cosmic energy chakra blocked by earthly attachments, and we activate the chakra by releasing all earthly attachments, and we have to let go of all we've grown to love. Ooh, that one's very difficult. Now we have the soul star chakra. This is our gateway element and the connection to higher self, but blocked by a lack of self-discipline. Okay? Lovely. So those are all the chakras that I learned about from the guru, the anime guru. He broke it down so well. And I've been using that ever since. So let's get into the rose breath. This is our heart expansion breath work, okay? And it is paired with a mantra. The mantra is, I soften into love. Now, how we're going to do this breathwork mantra is we're going to put our hands over our heart, and we're going to do a 4-6-4 breathing exercise where we inhale for 4, hold for 6, exhale for 4, inhale, hold for 6, exhale for 4, And we're going to keep doing that for another 4 sets. Inhale for 4. Hold. Exhale. Hold. I soften into love. Don't forget your mantra. Inhale. Hold. Exhale. Inhale. Hold. Exhale. Okay. Now we're just going to imagine our heart space expanding like a rose. Just picture your heart chakra like a green, glowing orb in your chest. And what's crazy about the color is we don't want to worry too much about it. Some people are saying now that there's scientific proof that the heart chakra is actually red, but we see it as green. Honestly, I don't think it matters about the color. You pick any color. It could be white. Just imagine the energy in your heart center, glowing and forming petals like a rose. Imagine your heart chakra slowly budding, like how it does on the side of a branch. As it grows, the petals start to form and get bigger. And now you have this glowing green, rose, red, rose, white, gold, whatever color you see. You see it expanding in your chest. Allow it to bloom. Allow your heart chakra to open up. And then we're going to take a deep breath in through our nose. Okay, out through our mouth. And you can say out louder to yourself, I soften into love. Okay, so thank you guys so much for showing up for class today. I really appreciate you all being here. That concludes Heart Chakra Day 1. Tomorrow is Tuesday, so we're going to move into Day 2, Mars Energy. We're going to get active. You know how it is on Tuesdays. So I hope that this class was beneficial for you today. I hope you wrote everything down in your journals and you are working through this energy with the utmost patience for yourself. Okay? If this class triggered you today, I want you to look at that as a good thing because you're addressing something that was trying to hide. That's why you're triggered. That's what triggering is. It's you shining a light on whatever's hiding in the dark. Your shadow energy. Okay, so if your shadow is triggered, that's a good thing. See it as a good thing. Take the energy and work with it. Address it. Stand in the face of it. Don't run from it. Okay? But until next time, I'll see you guys tomorrow for Tuesday. I love you so much. Peace. Aligned, activated, ascended.